How to use BelSmart Predictive Dialer for lead generation and telemarketing. Let us first try to know what is BelSmart and Predictive Dialer. BelSmart offers an omni-channel contact center solution designed to enhance telemarketing and lead generation. It features a predictive dialer that automates the dialing process for telemarketing, reducing idle time and increasing agent productivity. It predicts agent availability to ensure calls are made efficiently, enhancing client engagement. For lead generation, BelSmart uses AI to identify and prioritize high potential leads, improving conversion rates. The platform is efficient, user-friendly and cost-effective, providing seamless workflow automation and real-time data access, which makes telemarketing and lead generation more effective and efficient. So welcome to the BelSmart Predictive Dialer overview. We'll take a closer look at the features and functionalities of our system. It can be accessible from anywhere and on any browser. It consists of two primary sections, the admin panel and the agent panel. So, we'll start with the admin panel. Here, you can monitor the call flow effectively. In the admin panel, you can view key metrics such as the number of agents currently logged in, as well as details on incoming, outgoing and missed calls to keep track of performance. An admin can assign a manager for comprehensive oversight by creating a new manager profile, ensuring proper supervision and management. So let's create the manager role first. I have already set up a default role with essential permission. Here you can select the access permission you wish to grant to the manager. So as you can see, I am giving the access to the allow user section. I'm giving the access to the manager. So once the manager role is created, we'll create the manager. But before that, we'll create a user. So let's see how a user is created. Click create user. Click username, email ID. As you can see, I am creating a username agent. Password. Default time, you can choose user group and user role, then save it as you can see on the screen. So once the user is created, we'll switch to the SIP device section and we'll create a SIP device. So we'll select the device name. As I have created a username agent, so here also I'll create the username as agent only. Device name will be agent, username your wish, you can give anything, password and caller ID name. This will be a unique code which will be unique to each particular user. The caller ID number, which will be the ID number and assigned to that particular user you have already created. So now we'll switch to the user section and go to the edit section and edit the SIP device. So once the user is created, now we'll also create a user for the manager user and the SIP device. So as you see, I have already created a username manager. This will be basically for the manager. I'll create a SIP device the same way you have seen. I have created the user, so I'll create the same way manager and SIP device. So now I'll show you how to create a manager. We'll click create manager, the first name. So here I'm just providing manager 1, username, email ID, password, manager role and SIP device, which I have all created earlier. Now save it. Once the manager is created, so we'll switch to the outgoing rules. So you can create a caller ID group. I have already created it from before, so I'll show you How? This is basically like you can add multiple numbers, the ID numbers, so that once you dial a client number, your numbers will not get spam. Now we'll switch to the incoming rules section. So in DID, I have already added the DID number, so you can see your wish. You can select the timeout, DID yes, caller ID is yes, and then save changes. Now click to call facility. You can create a click to call by entering name, caller ID. This is basically done like you have to assign a particular user. As you can see, I have assigned to user 1, and URL can be created. This is like in your company website, you can upload this URL. So once a client clicks into it, it will be dialed automatically to that particular user you choose. So now let me show you how to create a ring group. So I have created a ring group name ring1234. So the information prompt, I have already uploaded the audio prompts. I'll show you in a while. So you can choose the audio prompts. Add the number of users you want to add in the particular group. Now I'll show you how to create IVR. The same way, like you have to just upload the audio prompts. The invalid prompt, the exit prompt, the timeout section. Like once, as you know, once you call a number and pre-recorded voice is played. So this is basically done from here. So the time condition. So your company must be having a particular fixed time. So here, like I have selected 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it must be, it varies from company to company. So it's your wish. You can select anything. So this is basically like once it's more than 8 p.m. like maybe 9 p.m. So if a client dials that particular number, it will be switch to IVR section. Like I have mentioned, their fail over routing type is IVR. So you can add a voice and a pre-recorded voice will be played. Now let me show you how a call queue is created. This will be similar like the ring group. I have already created a call queue group, Q1234. I'll assign this like the agent which is idle for a long period. The call will starts from there and it will shuffle to the respective agents. The call queue timeout will be 2 minutes. I have assigned the welcome prompt and the call waiting prompt. The call waiting prompt is basically if all the agents are busy and the client is dialed your number. So a whole music will be played and then save changes. So now the lastly in the incoming rule section, there is a block inbound call feature. Like this is basically like if you want to block a number and you don't wish to get a call from that number, you can block it from here. So now I'll show you how to upload the leads. In the lead section, you can see the leads will be flashed, the phone number and the details. You can create a lead group and I'll show you in a while. So we'll create an outbound campaign first. So in that outbound campaign, we'll create a lead group and then we'll upload the leads. So let me show you how an outbound campaign is created. So I've typed the name, dial method I've selected predictive, manual dial lead group will be, since I've already created from before, so I've already selected. I'll show you how to create it. Campaign outgoing rules, manual outgoing rules, three-way outgoing rules, it will be India, Tata. So it's a route, it varies from place to place, countries to countries. So the caller ID, I've selected sequence like the leads will be dialed in a sequential manner. You can choose a caller ID group. So the call will be thrown from call will be thrown through the caller ID group. You can add the call queue or the ring group, like your incoming calls will route through call queue or ring group. You can choose from here. So for now I have selected here call queue. You can choose dial level. This is basically, I have selected here 2, means 2 calls will be thrown per agent at a time. So maximum predictive dial level, like how many calls will be thrown at a time. So for now I have selected 4. Your wish, you can choose. Then the maximum retries, like this is basically like once campaign dials the number, so certain calls might get drop out, or maybe no answer, not available. So this is basically like the calls which are dropped out, it will be dialed again. So maximum retries, like I have mentioned, I have provided here 1. So your wish, you can select 2, 3, like 2 times or 3 times, how many times you want to dial that disposed numbers. This is basically for that purpose. Call retry disposition, like which disposed the numbers you want to dial again. So I have selected here, as you can see. Retries time, I have selected 120 minutes, like after 120 minutes only it will be dialed. 3-way caller ID will be custom, and so on. So once the campaign is created, now I'll edit and I'll add the lead group. I'll create a lead group. As you can see, leads 1, 2, 3, 4. User group will be default. You can add a description, your wish. And once the lead group is created, now we'll upload the leads. So we'll go to the lead import mapper section. We'll click on that. Lead duplicate check will be lead group, like so that no 2 numbers gets repeatedly uploaded. We'll select the phone code. So for domestic purpose it will be +91. Select file, it will be in the CSV format. Then click next. So now you can see the lead import mapper. So you have to select the first name as first name, last name as last name, so that it can map exactly the same way from the Excel, and then save it. So now you can see your leads have been uploaded. So once your lead has been uploaded, we'll finish it off, and then you can see that there is an option called Dialable Status. Like this is basically, this we will choose certain disposed options. Like once your leads get over, like once the agents have dialed all the numbers from the campaign, this disposed options will be dialed again, like as I have mentioned the retry section. So you have to set the reset button first, and this will be dialed again, this disposed option. So hang up status is basically like you can add your own disposition status. So like for here I have created an email sent. If you want to dial those numbers again, where those clients whose you have sent the email, you can add from here and add it, then save changes. So now the outbound campaign has been created. Same way you can create the inbound campaign, the blended campaign as per your choice. Disposition, these are the ones like once once a call is completed, you have to dispose it off to certain things, so you can dispose from there. DNC is basically like if You don't want to dial a certain numbers, as they have asked you, if a client has asked you not to disturb them, you can dispose from here. The reports are the call detail reports. You can see the call detail report, the missed call, like how many numbers have, how many incoming calls were missed. The real time reports, the agents were logged in, the number of leads, I'll show you in a while. Then the login logout report, this is basically the, it will show you the total number of logging time and the logout time of a particular user or agent. So as you can see, from the recording sections, you can hear the recordings, the agent and between the agent and the clients. So you can see the audio prompts. I have told you earlier that from the audio prompt section, you can upload certain audios, and this audios you can add it to your respective IVRs or call queue sections, as you have shown the welcome prompt, the invalid prompt. I have shown you certain audio prompts. So this is basically you can upload from the audio prompt section. See, now the break codes, the lead status, these are the lead status, like you can dispose it to hot leads or warm leads. This is a break code. You can create a break code, like maybe a lunch break or tea break. So once a user wants to go on a break, so he can select among these break codes. So let me show you, this is how you can create your break codes. Like I'm creating a tea break which will be for 15 minutes. So I have saved it. So now let's explore the agent panel. So in order to log in, you have to log in first to the campaign. Since I'm showing you the outbound campaign and the predictive campaign, so I'll log in first in predictive campaign, and rest I'll keep it as logout. Then in the top section, you have to select the campaign. Then you can dial the client's number. In the my leads sections, the leads which are uploaded, you can view from here. The recordings you can hear from here. My call logs, like the missed calls, the dial numbers, the received calls, you can have a look from here. Follow up, like the follow up which is created, you can have a look from here. And the login logout report, as I have told earlier. Even the agent can view from here if the admin gives the access to the agent. Now if you want to dial a manual call, if you want to dial, so you have to go to the manual dial section. So dial a client's number. So let me show you how you have to dial. So I am dialing a client's number, as you can see on the screen. So once the client receives the call, so you can select number. If an IVR is placed, you can transfer the call, like to a user transfer, queue transfer, a queue group that is created. Then the IVR transfer and the ring group transfer. You can transfer the calls from here. Then after that, once a call is transferred, maybe in the call queue, you can keep a conference call, or maybe a three-way call. See, I have done a conference call. All the three numbers will be in a conference, and then hang up both the lines, leave three-way, and the call is done. So now you have to dispose of finish lead section. So you have to dispose of, as you can see, I have select the callback and I am adding a note that customer is interested, and then submit it. So now the information will not be visible as it is not saved. So let me show you how to save the numbers which I have dialed manually. So from here I have to add the first name and the last name, the phone code, the city, gender, and respectively, as you can see on the screen, and save it. So once the lead has been created, it will be in the lead group, it will be saved in the lead group. Then you can create a follow-up, like I am creating a follow-up for callback for demo. You have to select the date and time. You need a reminder for that, and then your follow-up is created. You can check this from the follow-up section. You can keep an update from here. See, a pop-up has been shown that you have to call the client at this particular time. So you can select the break code, like maybe a lunch break. So automatically a timer will start, and if you come back within that particular time, you can click back. So now let me show you the real-time report, how an admin or a manager can monitor the call. So here you can see this is a real-time report. I'll select the 5 second, that is after every 5 seconds this page will be refreshed. So as you can see, the campaign is showing how many total calls have been made, how many dial level have been selected, the success rate, the failure rate, the drop calls, the total leads have been dialed, and the number of leads in queue. Everything will be shown here. See, it's mentioning there that one agent it's on a call, that is on outgoing call, and ACW means after call work, that is once agent dialed a client's number and the call is finished and he has to dispose it, so that particular time it will show as ACW. So you can see an admin can monitor the call. This is basically call monitor, like an admin can hear the conversation between a client and an agent. This is called call barging. An admin can join the call and have a conference call with the client, and this is called with the client and agent. This is called call whispering. So where an admin can whisper some information to the agent without letting the client know. This is how an admin or a manager monitors the report. So once the lead has finished, or once the lead is over, so you can reset it from the outbound campaign section. So the dialable status, as I have told earlier, that these are the disposed dialable status. The calls will be thrown there only, and you have to click that reset section, and you will see automatically the calls will be refreshed and reset, and then you can dial the numbers. So this is how the call is made.